All right, guys, here we go on Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day, and we're back today, Monday, January 12th at 11:43 a.m. for our first live stream of the day, guys. We will be going live again later today around 3, maybe 4 p.m. Eastern time. So right now, we're just going to give you a quick rundown of what is happening in the market this morning as the stock market has opened up. Bitcoin has been making some moves. Gold and silver are running, and the altcoins are lagging behind, right? But there's some altcoins doing better than others, like always, like XLMR, which is aka Monero. Now that Zcash is out of the picture and there's a lot of uncertainty for Zcash, XMR is starting to pick up the trend here and is up 36% this week so far, 13.9% on the day, 41.5% on the month. Now, we have a few other altcoins, obviously Aerodrome, and pretty much that's the big movers for the day overall. Now, let's jump right into Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin said, "See ya later, alligator." So breaking down Bitcoin here this morning, looking at Bitcoin as I woke up, right? The previous week trend is to the downside. The trading session trend from the London and Asia trading sessions overnight were also to the downside, creating a major downturn, or downtrend, I should say, not downturn, but downtrend for Bitcoin. Guys, everybody in here right now, make sure you guys are filling up those likes and get those like meters rocking and rolling. John Frost over on YouTube, appreciate that, brother. Appreciate you coming in here, smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe, and sharing out the live with everyone you know. Now, this downtrend here for Bitcoin, we were coming down as the stock market was opening straight into the previous day low. We were able to get a 15-minute confirmation sweep on this previous day low. We took that long. I alerted the Crypto Citadel, my private trading community, this morning of this long. Told them at 9:18, right before the stock market opened, hey, this is the condition. This is the long we're looking for, right? And we have taken profits on that trade, made 192 smackaroons on that trade, hitting TP1. TP1 was up to the weekly open at $90,850. TP2 is at 91,800, which we just hit a few minutes ago. So Bitcoin right now is currently sitting at 92,158. What has Bitcoin done this morning? Well, we've rallied off sweeping the lows of 90,000. We've broken above the weekly open, and now we are taking the London high and the previous week EQ of $91,974 for Bitcoin. Unless Bitcoin rejects here at 92.4, which I, at this point, don't believe we will. We could get a small little pullback, retest, but meanwhile, Bitcoin can hold above $91,974. This week, we are going to be running for the previous week high and the previous month high of 94,562 to 94,785. This is the next critical zone for Bitcoin if we're going to go much higher, right? So meanwhile, we hold above 91,974. We are looking for Bitcoin to push towards this 94.5, 94.7 area. Let's go. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. So once we get above 94.7 for Bitcoin, we are looking at this major critical zone here in the red, as you guys can see on screen, between 96,000 and 98. Critical zone to get into, right, for Bitcoin and to flip into support. I've been warning and talking about this every single day since the beginning of January, so I hope you guys are paying attention. New subs, let's go, man. Appreciate that. A-Mind Gamer, appreciate hit the subscribe, bro. John Frost, make sure you guys are dropping your altcoins and any other chat into the chat as well. How is XRP holding up? We're going to cover XRP in just a second. Appreciate everybody in here tapping those likes, filling up those like meters over on YouTube. So like I said, Bitcoin needs to pump through 96 and 98. Flip 98 into support. If it does not, if it fails to flip 98 into support, Bitcoin could be crashing down to 67,000 later this year. Now, if we flip 98,000 into support for Bitcoin, we are looking for a rally towards 111 and potentially maybe all-time highs later this year. Now, we're getting requests here for XRP. Let's go take a look at the XRP chart. All right, let's see. All right. XRP. You guys already know XRP has been in a major downtrend for the last 6 months. We had a nice rally here at the beginning of the year from 177. We've already come all the way up to our yearly NPLC of $2.41, which is now also our previous week high. XRP here is also sweeping the lows for today, getting back above 209. We need to make an overall move to 224. Getting it back above 224 is very critical for XRP here for this week. Getting above that area will give us a chance to run for the previous week high of 241. Once we can flip 241 as support, if we can, we're going for 281 right now. If we get rejected at 241 again, we'll be creating a little bit of a double top situation here, and a sweep of the previous week high is never good. But I don't expect XRP to be sweeping the previous week high because I'm expecting Bitcoin to push up higher, right? I am expecting Bitcoin to run towards that level of 94.6 to 94.7. So unless Bitcoin itself comes up here and also sweeps these highs, creating a pullback, I don't expect to see the same for XRP and the other altcoins. We know that as Bitcoin starts to push up and gain more territory, it is going to drag the altcoins up with it, guys. It's going to drag the altcoins up with it. Bitcoin dominance is still remaining high here at 59.32. We need that to come back down below 58%. Let's jump back here into the chat. Bitcoin is at support for like 2 days now. I think it's going to go up. Bitcoin has been going up all morning. We swept the lows here of 90,000, bounced off of that, and we're currently at 91,959. We're having a little bit of slight pullback here for Bitcoin right now. We're getting a little oversold on the 15-minute. Nothing to be massively afraid of. Meanwhile, we can hold above the previous week EQ, close a daily up above it. That would be fantastic for Bitcoin today to close above 91.9 to show that we are showing strength and continuation to the upside. What's going on here? Good to see you guys. Can you please check Bitcoin Cash and Tau possible move meant to higher low? Thanks. Yeah, 100%. Let's go take a look at BitTensor Tau and Bitcoin Cash as well. What the heck is IP, dude? I don't know what IP is. That I don't touch that thing. It rallies like crazy, but it also dumps like crazy. IP is just not one that I touch. You know, it's 951 mil market cap. Honestly, I don't even know what that coin is. But you know, you guys tell me in the chat what is. Yeehaw, baby, let's go. Yeehaw! Thank you for the cowboy hat. Let's go take a look at BitTensor Tau, and then we're going to take a look at Bitcoin Cash. So BitTensor Tau here, right? Right now, previous week high, critical area that we need to get above is this 299, aka $300. So that is very important to get above for BitTensor Tau. Sleeping in the image is AI. What are you talking about? What are you guys talking about? All right, so Bitcoin needs to get, BitTensor Tau needs to get above $300. Getting above $300 for BitTensor Tau puts us back in the yearly range for 2025. Our targets within this range is between 316 to 391. The yearly NPLC, it's the main target. Above that, we have a target all the way up to $422, right? So it's very critical for BitTensor Tau this week or in general, but it would be great if it did it this week to get above the previous week high of $300 and get back into this range. Now, going on over to Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash here facing some resistance, coming back down, dropping from $667 of yesterday all the way down to the previous week low of 619. Are we sweeping this in the lower time frames? Did we sweep in the lower time frames? No, we did not. We just created a London low. We did sweep the London low, though. We swept the London low of 616, which is bullish for Bitcoin Cash here on the very short time frames, at least for the day, to push up higher. On the larger time frames for Bitcoin Cash, right, we need to hold this previous week low of 619. Holding 619 is very critical for this week. If we can hold this area or sweep it here on the daily time frame, we are looking for a push back towards the previous week EQ of 644. We get above 644, we're looking back for that 699, 669 to $704 for Bitcoin Cash to the upside. What are you guys talking about sleeping for 9 days? What's up with BitGo? I just got an alert that I can buy on Robinhood. I have no idea what's going on with BitGo or Robinhood. Everyone asking just AI. Nope, guys, it's not AI. We are live. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Let's see here. Someone sleeping at 3 a.m. Can you take a look at Heroverse, please, if you get a chance? I'll try to, but I think that doesn't really have a lot of technical analysis candles that you can do much technical analysis on. Hey, bro, can you check out Brett? We'll take a check on Brett here. Any trades you got into today? Yes, Alexander. So this morning, we took a long here off the previous day low of $90,000. Getting this sweep here and longing at $90,000 was the trade we took, right? We alerted the Crypto Citadel about it. Trade, condition, entry, take profits. Both take profits have already been hit. I closed out on TP1. Less than 30 minutes of trading, I made 192 smackaroons. I was out. Right now, obviously, the trade continued to rally to the upside, going all the way to our TP2 and higher, which is fantastic. But, you know, I got out early, I made out 192 smackaroons in 30 minutes this morning. Now, let's go take a look at Brett. I see some people asking about it in the chat. Guys, don't get overexcited about Brett. You know, it is a meme coin. They are pumping, but be very careful here with Brett, my friends. You know, at the end of the day, all meme coins come with a price. All meme coins come with a price. Where the heck is my chart for Brett, dude? Okay, let me update this chart here for you guys. It's been a long time since I've taken a look at Brett. In the meantime, make sure you guys are smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Don't be greedy with the likes, guys. The likes are free. The likes are free. Do not be greedy with the likes, my friends. All right, we have a yearly average. Come on, turn this magnet off. We have a yearly average up here at 6 cents. Doing this live for you guys for Brett. So in the meantime, make sure you guys are filling out those like meters, guys. Tapping those likes. It greatly helps the channel here. Let's get 6 months. 6 months as well. All right. All right, gotta clone this. Got another 6 month target. All right, good. Let's get the quarterly here, and we're almost done. Quarterly. And all right, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get the yearly range for 2025 for good old Brett from January 1st all the way till December 31st. Boom. So, okay, here we go. Brett right now in the flesh, currently sitting at 0.017. We are below the yearly range for Brett to the downside, right? We are below it. But our main target, our value area high, our value area low, our NPLC, they're all between $2.06. I mean, $2.06, 2.5 cents to around basically 0.023. So this is going to be an area of resistance here for sure. It's going to be a little difficult to get past this area, but if we get past it, if we can get past this area here, right? Our next target to the upside is 3 cents, which is a 6-month untapped average. Once we're above 6 cents, we don't really have any other targets except for the value area high of 2025, which is around 5.5 cents. Above that, breaking out of the 2025 yearly range, we have targets between 6 to 7.5 cents, guys. But realistically, I find that pretty difficult to achieve for Brett, as Brett has been in a massive downtrend for a very long time now. Very long time. Yeah, gold pocket also above the 2025 yearly range. We have a 382 fib around 4 cents. So realistically targeting 2.5 cents to 4 cents for Brett here in the next, 3 to 6 months, depending how fast Bitcoin starts to accelerate and really create an altcoin rally. Look at the chat. What's going on? It says how much money you have. Well, I ain't telling you that. I do like and sub. You are the best. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Let's go take a look at this. Trust me, guys. I wish I had a lot more money. If I had a lot more money, I wouldn't be doing all this content creation. Clarity may not pass and crypto will die if it doesn't. Peter, so there is some rumors of that with Clarity right now. Coinbase did make an announcement saying that they will pull their support if they try to adjust the stablecoin regulation that is defined within the Clarity Act. So if that doesn't pass, obviously that would be a no bueno for Bitcoin. That is still in the works, though. I'm still looking for Bitcoin to run towards this 96 to 98,000 price point, which can happen within this month or by the end of Q1, right? That is still what I'm overall looking for. If that Clarity Act does not pass and it lines up with this time frame of potentially getting rejected from $98,000 for Bitcoin, then that will be just extra confluence that we will be pulling back pretty decently, and I will be taking a decent sized short from that position. Let's keep going to the chat. The chat is flying. Hey, good people, please study Caspa. Don't miss out. Caspa is the fastest proof of work in the world. It might be the fastest proof of work on the world, but guys, Caspa has a major problem, or at least had a major problem, which is the biggest difficulty is massive mining profits were available in 2023 and 2024, which created a massive dump of Caspa into the market. And Caspa still doesn't have smart contracts. Caspa still doesn't really have any massive transactions or volume on its blockchain, which is what hurts Caspa from, going up higher. Caspa has been in the dumps for a long time, since 20 cents. When it hit 20 cents, it was somewhere in June or May of 2024. That's when Marathon, the big mining company, came online for Caspa, and all the Caspa mining profitability was sucked out of the market and went straight into Marathon, and all that Caspa just been getting dumped onto the markets, and that's why Caspa is sitting down at 4.5 cents, down 59% on the year, and cannot move to the upside. So they need to get smart contracts rocking and rolling. They need to get more price action, more volume on their blockchain to get the price action moving, and may potentially even create some type of burn mechanism to start burning as they're doing more transactions on the Caspa network. But if they don't do something, they are going to be in trouble for a very long time. Bitcoin here still holding above 92,000, still holding above the previous week EQ. Very, very good so far for Bitcoin here. Happy New Year 2026. Appreciate it. BK Sun says, voice is relaxing. Appreciate it. Maybe I can become a voice actor and into one of those relaxation apps. So wait, did somebody just say $100 XRP? Do you think XRP will reach $100 by 2030? No. I do not. Can it reach $10? Maybe. Yes. That's realistic. That's possible for XRP by 2030, right? If Bitcoin continues to grow in market cap between now and then, within the next 4 years, right, we could eventually see XRP and obviously Ethereum hitting the $1 trillion market cap, as well as Bitcoin continues to grow higher and higher. But do I see it hitting it $100? No. $100 just does not make sense to me personally. That just seems like it's way, way too out there. Market cap is ridiculous. I mean, if it's $1 trillion asset at $10, right? Another 10x would make it a $10 trillion asset at $100. At $100. So, is that math right? Hold up. Yeah, I think so. I think that math is right. Somebody check my math there. I'm not 100%. But overall, just that market cap and that $100 price point makes no sense by 2030. If you had 2K, which meme coins would you buy? None. None. I would not be buying. If I only had 2K, I would not be buying any meme coins. What I'm doing with 2K right now, to prove to you guys that it is possible, I am starting a trading challenge. $1,500 to $15,000, right? So today was day one of the challenge. We took a trade. I made 192 smackaroons. So now I am currently sitting at 1692 in my overall trading account. And we're going to see how long it takes for me to be able to turn $1,500 into $15,000 day trading. I know I'm going to take some losses along the way. It's not going to be all rainbows and sunshine, but we are going to be doing this. I posted my first video today breaking down the trade that we took, why we took it, and I'm going to be doing that every single day since I'm trading with the Crypto Citadel every single day anyways. I'm going to be breaking down my trades with you guys, keeping it 100% transparent so that you guys can see what I can do with $2,000, or actually $1,500 in this case. Exit Zell says that alpha is why what happened is why you have to be part of the Citadel. Dude, 100%. Velo, you were there. Did you ride the trade all the way to TP2 today? Because we just smashed through TP2, brother. We smashed through TP2. Meanwhile, we stay above 91.9. We are going for that 94.7. Spot hold ADA versus Superverse for ROI, please. So that's a great question. Two very different projects, very different sectors, right? ADA is a $14 billion market cap. Crypto, it's down 60% on the year, has not really done a lot. It went a little bit over $1 and some change before dropping back down. So now let's go take a look at Superverse, right? We're just looking here at price action. Superverse is down 82%. It's a $135 million market cap. So way smaller market cap, way higher risk, but also has potential for higher rewards, right? The big thing is that crypto gaming has just not been as big as we expected it to be from back in 2021 this time around. The smaller market caps add a lot more risk, but they potentially add a lot more reward as well. So it really depends on the spot hold, right? Superverse can go to zero. ADA will most likely not go to zero and can still fluctuate, kind of how Bitcoin Cash and some of these other massively legacy coins eventually get a nice little rally out of nowhere. ADA could still rally towards $1.92 to $1, right? Anything crazy, any big advancement, any big announcement could send it a lot higher. Superverse has a higher risk asset of, just going absolutely to zero. There's no reason for Superverse to continue existing in the next 4 to 5 years because it hasn't had that test of time just yet. There's a relatively very new asset. So ADA's been around since 2017 and will continue to be around for many years, even though the price action might not be great on it. It's just not going to go to absolute zero. So it really depends on your risk tolerance there. Who else snagged IP at 140? Dude, I want to know what's up with IP. What the heck is IP in the first place? WP says, Cuba Libre. Hey, buddy, what's going on, brother? WP, another Crypto Citadel member in the house. Let's go. Appreciate you in here, brother. Yeah, maybe one day Cuba will be free. Please look at the chat. What's going on? I'm looking 6'7". Good afternoon, sir. What's going on? Good to appreciate it. Hey, good to see all of you guys in here. Appreciate all of you guys smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Realistically, where do you think HBAR can go if market turns very bullish? Thanks. Yeah, so we definitely have some targets here for HBAR that are very realistic. I try to keep all my price analysis as realistic as possible. I'm not here trying to give you hopium and, buy the dip now. This is the last dip. No, things can definitely keep going down, right? We are in a major 6-month downtrend for HBAR, along with the grand majority of altcoins overall. HBAR has found support here around 10 cents. We're currently sitting at 11.5 cents. We need to get above 13.5 to about 14.5 cents to get back into the 2025 range. Inside this range, our targets are between 16 to 19 cents. That is the yearly NPOC. That is a major target overall. Now, above 19 cents, we are looking for 24 cents in untapped quarterly NPOC right below the value area high of 2025. So realistically, those are the targets that we're looking at from where we are right now, around the 11 cents. If we come up to this yearly NPOC, that is a 64% rally. If we run it up to the 24 cent area, that is a 111% rally to the upside. So decently realistic if Bitcoin flips 98,000 and starts running up higher. What is your first video? My first video was back in 2020 or 2021. Yeah, it was back in 2021, I believe. I used to be creating content on a different channel called Debate Crypto a long time ago. I sold that channel and now I have my own channel. Is it safe that I can long Bitcoin at 91,454? No, that's not a safe long entry at all, because right now we are, facing a little bit of resistance here. We are a little overbought. We've been having a massive rally overall, right? The entry for the long was down here at the previous day low of $90,000, which we took into Crypto Citadel this morning as a trade, right? We hit TP1, which was the weekly open. We hit TP2, which was 91,800. And now we're up here in the Asia high, London high area, trying to fight to hold the previous week EQ on 91.9, but it is going to be very tough of a battle, as we have had some major rallies to the upside. But I think overall throughout the week, we will reclaim it and begin to hold it. But I will not be opening a long at 91.4, as we are very likely to have a pullback and even retrace all the way down to 91.26, maybe even all the way down to 91,100, which, depending on how much leverage you're using on that long, you could get liquidated or stopped out in the negative. Right now is not the time to go long on Bitcoin for a day trade, right? For a day trade. So it really depends on the different things you're trying to achieve on that trade. Let's see here. What do you think of Popcat, guys? Popcat, it's a meme coin. Be very, very careful here. Down 82% on the year, down 2.7% on the day. $96 million market cap. Be extremely careful here, guys. Extremely careful. I'm not touching any meme coins. I'm not even very bullish on altcoins until Bitcoin can flip 98,000 into support. If Bitcoin does not flip 98,000 into support and gets rejected, of the likelihood of dropping down to $67,000 later this year increases drastically, and that means that your altcoins will get crushed as well. So, you know what? You still don't have enough Bitcoin. You never have enough Bitcoin. That is 100% true. We never have enough Bitcoin. Never, ever, ever. No, I'm not rich, guys. If I was rich, I would not be a content creator. Trust me. I'd be somewhere sipping Mai Tais on my mega yacht on some beach, relaxing, not over here creating content. Pengu, let's go. Pengu, I do like. I like Pengu, right? I am a little biased towards Pengu. Pudgy Penguins. It is a meme coin, extremely high risk. Don't touch this thing without doing proper technical analysis and understanding that there's a lot of risk here in this asset. But yeah, I like Pengu. But I'm personally not buying it. I'm not holding it. I'll take longs off of it if a trade presents itself, but I am not longing it. Everything that has an IP, music, movies, etc., will move on the blockchain via IP. Really? IP will be the only blockchain that is going to do any of that? I find that hard to believe. Tether a bit sus in my opinion because they don't do proper audits. Guys, Fort Knox doesn't do proper audits. The Pentagon doesn't do proper audits. And here we are. Why is everybody so worried about Tether not doing proper audits? I get it. I understand. But that fear of Tether collapsing and crashing has been in the markets since 2018. Since 2018, the rumors and the FUD of Tether collapsing the entire Bitcoin crypto industry has been around, and here we still are. What are you holding for the long time? Guys, my long-term portfolio is 75% Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin and Ethereum, that is what I'm most heavy on. Everything else is a low percentage in my portfolio. Yes, I hold Aerodrome. Yes, I hold Ondo. I hold the Render. I hold Polygon. I hold ICP. I hold some Trump coin. I hold ENA. I hold what else? BitTensor Tau. I hold a little bit of Algorand, Quant, and there Solana. Let's see what else. ADA. Trying to remember off the top of my head. Some Polkadot, I think, as well. So a lot of different altcoins, but they're all very small portfolios. I hold some Litecoin. They're all small percent Chainlink as well. They're all small percent of my portfolio in the overall scheme. Let's see here. Let's jump through the chat. Wait, I'll be back. All right. See you later, alligator. What about Squid Grow? What about Squid Grow? What about it? I'm going to keep going through the chat here. Appreciate everybody jumping in here, smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Guys, if you're not already in the Crypto Citadel, my private trading community, make sure you guys are joining. It is literally 50% off your first month right now with the code Citadel50 to be able to get access to my daily trade signals, my trading course, my exclusive trading indicators, my live trading sessions, all my analysis, long-term and short-term. When I say short-term, I mean like day trades. When I say long-term, I mean weeks to months out analysis, right? Want to get access to any of that and all of it, make sure you guys are joining the Crypto Citadel. These are all the signals that were posted today, right? We took one trade. This is all the macro long-term analysis that I've been posting so far, which I will be posting a lot more of and a lot more overall, along with obviously the live trading sessions and everything else that we do in there. So if you want to start leveling up, if you are actually about leveling up as an investor, right? Because people that are investors that are just investing without analyzing data, when you go to the stock market, people look at all the data of like, oh, the company's returns, right? Their ROI, their balance sheet, their earnings reports, all this stuff, right? Before buying a stock. Yeah, people come into crypto and don't do any research at all. And I don't just mean fundamental research, because Chainlink is a prime example that the fundamentals are great, but the price does not reflect it. So you need to do more than just fundamental analysis on what the project is, what the project does, who they're partnered with, what they're connected with, how their technology works. You need to look at price charts, guys. You need to look at charts to analyze data to be able to understand if you are looking at a nice support zone, a nice low to be able to start dollar cost averaging, or are you looking at local highs going, into some massive resistance that you should probably be taking some profits, right? Understanding market structure, market trend. But at the end of the day, if you're not ready to study and to grind and to learn to be a better investor, the Crypto Citadel is not for you guys. The Crypto Citadel is not for you. Yes, there's trade signals. Yes, there's tons of trading that we do, but there's also a ton of studying and analysis and information that we have to be digesting every single day. And if you're not about it, it is not for you, guys. Only the people that are willing to grind and really make something out of themselves, really push themselves in this year of 2026, right? To become a better investor, to become someone that's actually analyzing data and not just a degen gambler, then the Crypto Citadel is not for you. So just keeping it 100 with everybody. Keeping it 100 with everybody. Would you be accumulating Ethereum here? I personally would not be accumulating Ethereum right now. So Ethereum is currently sitting at $3,127. Can Ethereum run to 6,000? Yes, that's, just 100% rally, doubling up, which is fantastic. But there's a lot of risk, right? That if Bitcoin does get rejected at 98,000 and has that drop down to 67, that we're going to see some lower price action for Ethereum. I'm personally not interested in Ethereum because I've been in the market for a long time, since 2018. I've bought ETH at $80. I've bought ETH at $300. I've bought ETH at $900. I've bought ETH at $1,500. So am I interested in buying at 3K? Me personally, no. But everyone is different, right? Now, I'm not telling you to go buy Ethereum right now. I personally would have preferred buying when it was down at 2,600 when we hit that gold pocket. A few months ago, or I should say a few weeks ago overall. We zoom out here to the daily for Ethereum. When Ethereum came into this previous quarter low of 2620, there was a gold pocket here. This was probably the area of interest to start dollar cost averaging some ETH at this price point. Not at 3,100. Just, can we go higher? Absolutely. Am I expecting higher? Absolutely. So just know that if you're getting in now, you have to be analyzing data and be very aggressive on taking profits on the way up, because we can rally to 3,900. Maybe we can rally to 4,400. And if we don't get higher than that, you better be getting ready to take some profits. If not, you're going to be going back into the red. You have 5K subs. Yes, I have 5K subs on YouTube. Trying to get to that, 10K. Bro, can you look at Pepe, please? Definitely go and take a look at Pepe. Is that your active email? What? What active email? What are you talking about? What you talking about? Let's go take a look at Pepe. So jumping down here to the daily. Oops. Let me adjust this for you guys. Let me get 2025. All the way. All right. So Pepe came all the way up here to our 2-month NPOC, all the way up at 07116. Right, there's a bunch of zeros in front of that. I'm not going to go through all those zeros. We're currently sitting right now at the value area low of the yearly range, which is at 0593. We need to get back above 0716 to go towards our yearly target. This is a yearly target, right? Yep. Our yearly target here of 0950 with a untapped quarterly average all the way up at 1096. Right? Those are the next big targets to the upside if we can get above 0726. If not, right, the downtrend continues and we slowly continue to melt back down. But Pepe needs to get back above 0716 to run for these local targets of 0960 to about 1096. Appreciate everybody in here, smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. A lot of requests in the chat, guys. I'm trying to keep up with all the different chats and, all the different requests. So if I don't get to it, don't think I'm ignoring you. I'm just trying my best here. Are you not holding BNB? No. So I don't currently have a position on BNB as a long-term hold. I just don't. Whoever keeps spamming ADA versus Superverse, I've already answered that question. Please stop spamming. What are your thoughts on ICP? ICP is massively disappointing. I expected a lot more out of ICP. ICP had a nice rally till about $9 and some change towards the December part of 2025. And it's just, sitting there twiddling his thumbs, not doing much. If we go take a look at the chart for ICP. Sitting at $3.17. Main target here for this 2025 yearly range is around 495 to the upside. If we can get above the yearly range of 641, we are still looking for this 10 to $10.50 area, but we shall see. No, I don't hold any beefy coin. What is your top AI token to buy? So I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I'm not telling you what to buy, but the AI token that I'm holding on to, or I'm holding on to Render, which is AI DPIN, but my biggest one is going to be BitTensor Tau. That's the one that I'm going for. I think that one has a lot of potential. Bro, you need to eat something? I agree. I am getting kind of hungry. It is 12:30 Eastern time here. Lunchtime is calling my name. It is calling my name. No problem. No problem. Can you please give us your thoughts on VeChain medium to long-term investment? Guys, let's go take a look at VeChain. Good old VeChain here. So VeChain is currently sitting at 0.011, right? Basically 1 penny. We need to get towards this 1.5 pennies right here, this monthly untapped average at 0.014. Above that, we need to get above 0.017. That is an untapped two-month NPLC and the value area low of 2025. We are in a massive downtrend overall. If we can get above 0.017, I'm looking at around 2.5 cents for VeChain to the upside. Bitcoin pulling back here, currently falling back towards 91.7 right now. Coming back to retest some of these VWAPs. If we can, cool off, regain some support before a continuation to the upside. Appreciate everybody in here smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Guys, if you're not in the Crypto Citadel and you're looking to start trading, you're looking to start analyzing data to become a better investor long term, right? If you're tired of buying highs because of the FOMO, right? Oh, we're back. You guys are going to see it. Once we get to 98,000, everybody's going to be saying we're back. Altcoins are going to be rallying. People are going to get super excited. And if we don't flip it into support and we get a rejection, nobody's going to be expecting a drop down to $67,000 and you're going to get left holding the bag. Your altcoins are going to crash another 90% and you're going to get wrecked. But if you're analyzing data, you have a better chance of navigating the market. If you're going based solely off the FOMO and the fear that is being sold to you on content by content creators, you're going to get wrecked every single time, because by the time you watch the video, whatever information, even if it's technical analysis information like the videos I make, by the time you watch it, it becomes pretty much a recap. It's already happened. Whatever's going to happen has already happened by the time you watch it, right? Unless you're very lucky to watch it right as the video is posted. But most likely you're going to watch it 20, 30 minutes, maybe an hour later, and whatever's going to happen has already happened, and you didn't position yourself and it's too late for you. So make sure that you're not going based off content alone. You're going based off data and analysis that you're using with your own brain, that you're analyzing for yourself. So you're not at the mercy of content creators telling you that we're back or we're going to go higher or this is the final dip. You got to buy more, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. If you don't want to be that guy, if you're tired of being that guy, make sure you guys are joining the Crypto Citadel, reading charts, analyzing charts, and, just analyzing data, guys. Would you recommend moving into stablecoins at this time? Not right now, but if Bitcoin gets rejected at 98,000, I would be moving a large part of my position into stablecoins, and I would be looking for a pretty decent size short for Bitcoin at 98,000, targeting that $67,000 price point to the downside, which will take months to play out. So, guys, that's all I got for you guys right now. I'm going to go have some lunch. I appreciate every single one of you guys in here, smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Don't miss out the second live stream later today between 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be going live somewhere around then. So I appreciate all of you guys coming out. Make sure you're smashing those likes. Make sure you're going and signing up for the Crypto Citadel. For the people asking in the chat, go to my profile. If you're on TikTok right now, go to my profile, find my link there and click it, go and join. Use the code CITADEL50 to get 50% off. If you're on YouTube or anywhere else, go to the description of the video. I appreciate every single one of you guys in here, and I'll see you in the Crypto Citadel. See ya.